Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Epsom Downs here on Saturday. It is the 3rd of June 2023. It's Derby Day from Epsom, and I'm going to look at the Derby and the Diomed Stakes. But before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. And join me next weekend, next Thursday through Saturday, for the Belmont Stakes Festival from Belmont Park here in New York. It's going to be an excellent weekend of racing, culminating with the Belmont Stakes next Saturday. I'm going there, so it's going to be hopefully it's going to be a good day. But you have the Derby today from Epsom. Unusually early post time today with there being the football match earlier in the or later in the day, so not the usual 4:30 start. It's the early Derby at 1:30. So let's get to it right now. We're gonna look at the first two races, the 1250 and the 1:30. The 1250, it is the Group 3 Diomed Stakes. It's a Group 3 event for Class 1 horses, going for a $120,000 purse, race for 3-year-olds and upwards. 6 horses are going 1,700 meters, or the extended mile, or a mile 1/16 on the Epsom turf course. Ground is lightning fast, so I would call it firm, like we call it here in New York. Ground here in New York's lightning fast too. It's almost 100 degrees Fahrenheit. But the horse's my top selection here, I'm gonna go with the 5-horse Regal Reality. I'm gonna go 5-2-3 in your tricast trifecta. 5-2-3 tricast trifecta. Top selection of 5-horse Regal Reality. 8-year-old Gumbantello here. Sir Michael Stout trains this one. Ryan Moore gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came the 7th of May at Newmarket, a mile and a quarter in the Group 3 Gordon Richards Stakes. And the horse finished 4th by 14 lengths that day, and he didn't show up. He needed the race there. He didn't get a good handle of the ground. His wheels were spinning. He needed the race. Come to lightning fast ground, being forwardly paced, I think he'd get the trip to win and find the winner's circle again. Two back in the Group 3 Darley Stakes in Newmarket, a mile and 8th on the 8th of October. He finished 5th by 6 3/4 lengths that day. He never weakened out of it, never quickened up either. I do think they were, going a little bit slow for the trip, but, he ran okay that day. And then the Group 3 Winter Hill Stakes at Windsor, a mile and a quarter, 27th of August. The old man found his winning ways, winning by a neck that day. He had to be used a lot, but when he got the job done, he really put on a show, come back with a good speed figure that day. Major improvement off the race before, it came a good win in the mile and a half Group 3, Glorious Stakes, where he finished 8th by 6 3/4 lengths. Rebels Romance went on to have a decent season, culminating with a good success here in stateside. This horse just wasn't getting to him that day. I do think the trip was just too long for him. And then at Sandown, a mile and a quarter in Listed Stakes last July, finishing 2nd by 1 1/4 lengths. Again, he was staying the trip well, but he just couldn't catch the winner. Back to a mile 16th, which I think is in his wheelhouse. I think he could really run a good race. The 2-horse Highland Avenue is your second likeliest winner, I think, for William Buick and Charlie Appy. Most recently in the Gordon Richards Stakes, he finished 3rd by 3 lengths. And again, he never weakened out of it, never quickened up either. He just plied along. It was an improvement off the Jebel Hada, which was raced before it made on over the mile and 8th on Super Saturday. He finished 9th by 7 3/4 lengths. He was very wide. I don't think he liked the blinkers. They took him off after that. It just wasn't his day to win. And then before then, the Al Rashid on the turf course that made on over the mile and the 8th. Finished 8th by 7 lengths, really never running a foot that day. He's been seeing a lot of wet ground recently, which is really not to his liking. I think the lightning fast stuff should really be to his liking. He's getting serious class relief from his last two. It wouldn't surprise me here if he gets the job done. I'll use him on the ticket. But to recap my selection for the first, a 1250 from Epsom, it's the Group 3 Diomed Stakes. Going to take the 5-horse Regal Reality. Give kudos to the 2-horse Highland Avenue. 5-2-3 Tricast Trifecta. 5-2 in your place pot. The featured second race, the 1:30. It is the Group 1 Betfred Derby. It's a Group 1 event for Class 1 horses, going for a $1.8 million purse, race for 3-year-olds here. 14 horses are going 2,400 meters, or a mile and a half on the Epsom turf course. My top selection, I love the 2-horse Arrest here. I'm going to go 298 in your Tricast Trifecta. 298 Tricast Trifecta, top selection 2-horse Arrest, the real colt by Frankel, Jed Manon, Jonathan Gazin trains, Frankie Dettori, saying he's going to be on his last Derby mount. Do I think that's going to happen? No, I think he's going to go another year if he keeps this going. But Frankie Dettori's on this one. Be kind of cool for him to win his final so-called Derby, but most recently Arrest, he ran a Chester on the 10th of May off the bench, a mile and a half in the Group 3 Chester Vaz, and at 91 cents to the dollar, he ran like a 91 cents to the dollar should run in a Derby prep race, winning by 6.5 lengths. He settled well, he quickened up nice in the front end, and he went away with it. A very good race. There was definite improvement from the 2-year-old campaign to the 3-year-old campaign. That speed figure could win today. He has enough speed and enough ability to win here. The problem is he has a very wide poster, which is not ideal here going a mile and a half. He's breaking from barrier number 13 of 14, so you have a quick right-handed bend coming up. So he's going to have to get good position. But I think Frankie, he's won this race, I want to say 2 or 3 times already now. But Frankie should get the horse in good position, and I think he could, stay the trip well from that horrible parking lot post drop. Prior to that, he ran St. Cloud on the 20th of October, heavy ground, a mile and a quarter in the Group 1 the Criterion de St. Cloud, and he finished second by head. Dubai Mile had the jump on him on the demanding ground, but this horse was staying well. He had the tear in a foot late to get to the winner, but the winner just outgamed him. But he ran his heart out that day. And then on the 26th September, Foss Last, a mile and a Class 4 novice race, he won by nearly a half a dozen lengths, 36 cents a dollar, 136 pounds he was carrying, 17 cents a dollar. Everybody and his mother knew he was going to win. Gosden sending the horse to Wales to get the victory. He won in a trot. That was a very impressive victory that day against nobodies. And then a Sandown last August, a mile in a Class 4 main race. He won by nose, and he was drawn stupidly wide that day, but he stayed the trip well to go away with it. And then before that, on debut at Sandown, he ran half bad in defeat in a Class 4 main race, finished third by 3 lengths that day. He just stalked. He wanted more ground, but again, ran his heart out. Like I said, he's definitely been on the input. He has a lot of speed figures that could definitely win this race. I expect him to run well. Big question is with the wide post drop, but 6-1, I'll use him. The 9-horse Passengers are second likeliest winner for Richard Kingscote and Sir Michael Stout. 3-0 colt by Ulysses. Most recently in the Dante at York over the mile and a quarter on the 18th of May. He finished third by 1/4 lengths. He couldn't catch the Foxes, who really stayed the trip well and went away with it. This horse, I thought the trip was just too short for him. He just needed that extra something more. Coming here to a mile and a half, he's drawn very well in the 7 barrier. I think he improves with more trip, and I think he can get the job done. Debut came at the Craven meeting at Newmarket on the 20th of April, a mile and a Class 3 main race. He won by 3 lengths, and he basically won on cruise control. That was a very good race. He's only making his 3rd start here today, but I think he could step up in class and stay the mile and a half well. If he doesn't win today, he's another horse you want to keep on the radar for as the season gets on, because I think he has a strong future. I love the Ulysses with the Warfront on the dam side here. A horse that I think could just stay for ages. I'm going to use him here on the ticket. The 8-horse military order. He was the Linkfield Derby winner, Derby trial winner last time out in May on the poly track, quite nicely by 1 3/4 lengths. And prior to that, won a novice race in Newbury. He's proven that he with every single race he's been improving. Gets a good poster. 4-1. It wouldn't surprise me, but I do think the other two are more likely winners, but I will use this horse in the plays pot. But to recount my selection for the 130, the second race from Epsom now, it's to Group 1. Betfred Derby. Going to take the 2-horse Arrest. Give kudos to the 9-horse Passenger and the 8-horse Military Order. 298 Tri-Cash Trifecta. We'll use all 3 of them in the place pot. But like I said, I love Arrest in the spot. But it's a shame about that post job. But I think he has a good pilot on today to get him over the wire first. With that being said, good luck to all. Remember to join me next week for my Belmont Stakes preview, and follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. Good luck, everybody.